Speaking of sin, check it out now. Hate him or love him. Street niggas, y'all finna be mad as a motherfucker, okay? And for all the fake suburban fans who act like they scream, but they really don't care, they just care about clout, y'all gonna be happy because I know y'all want 6ix9ine free. Now, 6ix9ine's finna be free sooner than later, okay? Now, the prosecutor, this is the prosecutor, is writing a letter to 6ix9ine's judge to basically say, hey, let's speed up the process with getting 6ix9ine sentenced. And the only reason they would do that is to really help 6ix9ine, because 6ix9ine had to waive a period that was a grace period that they could prepare for sentencing. So 6ix9ine's team waived that grace period. If he didn't, he would get sentenced in January. The date was supposed to be January 24, 2020. The prosecutor wrote a letter saying that 6ix9ine's team has told them that they're willing to waive that period, so he'll probably get sentenced at the end of this month or next. Now, his girlfriend threw up a date on Instagram, like I believe it was like November 17th or November 20th or 24th, one of those dates, basically almost saying that might be the day he's actually going to be sentenced or getting out. The official date has not been scheduled yet. However, what you should know is this, okay? Remember when 6ix9ine testified against all them niggas, and he testified against really the kidnappers, but he was down to testify against anybody that was really in the RICO case. He basically did it to get this like 50K1 letter thingy, and that's basically the thing that the prosecutor could give to the judge on his behalf to say, this guy has cooperated with us. You don't have to give him the mandatory minimums in the guilty pleas that he took. Now, in one of the pleas that he took, it's 47 years. That's the mandatory minimum. Now, the judge could just crush up that piece of paper saying she or he has to give him 47 years and say, I'll give him whatever the hell I want, because he's helped out the prosecutor put other bad guys in jail. Now, clearly, he's going to get that letter because, again, they're showing how closely 6ix9ine's working with the prosecutors. They're advocating for him to be sentenced early, and he's waiving his right to not get like a sentence in next year, which tells me this. He probably will, and that's what I'm hearing a lot of legal minds also say, probably will get time served for about a year. He was locked up November 18th. 2018, and if you think about if he gets sentenced next month, it will almost be a year since he's been locked up. If he gets a year and a day in jail, again, he gets out like November 20th or 24th, sometime before December. Okay, now, still, for a lot of people, it's kind of shocking, right? It's shocking that people would even think that 6ix9ine, who was out here like putting money on people's heads, ordering hits, I mean, causing a lot of beef that his homies had to ride for, and they're going to go to jail for decades over. He might just get out in a year, but I do believe that this is a play on behalf of the U.S. government. They probably want to send a strong message, and probably through the rap community, that, listen, what y'all really want to do? Do y'all want to do 40 years, or do you want to come out in 12 months? And by letting him go in a year for some shit that, in reality, if he had taken it to trial, he's getting like 40 or 50 for. Or if we look at the mandatory minimums, it's 40 and 54 still. They're sending a message that cooperating, or some of y'all call snitching, is what people should do unless you're trying to do decades in bars. Now, that message will reverberate through the culture. Okay, I'm not just saying only in rap, but in the inner cities where a lot of times people get in these like gangs and it comes to RICO cases in front of a federal court. It's going to be incentivized for kids coming up now to say, yo, you really want to go toe-to-toe with the justice system that got a 97% conviction rate and possibly do 50 years? Or how about, listen, man, we'll hide you and you witness protection, and how about you tell on somebody and we'll let you go in a year? Now, for all those who thought that 6ix9ine was getting witness protection, hell out of here. He's not getting that at all. He's planning to come back out. He's going to do some music. It's going to be lit. Again, I don't know what exactly how his plan will manifest, but I do know that music and, of course, him trying to continue his career is probably what the course of action is. He's not disappearing off the earth. He's not running. Listen, and also, like, truth be told, I'm just going to keep it blunt. Like, listen, man, they wanted to kill 6ix9ine before he got locked up. Okay, so he wasn't walking around and everybody loved him. Everybody wanted to kill him, okay? It just only means there's one more group of people that want to kill him now. And, of course, people won't work with him. But, again, it was a decision he made for himself, okay? Now, the letter, y'all see it on the screen. But, basically, after what we see his girlfriend throw up in terms of a random date next month and also this letter, it's safe to say his sentencing will probably happen in the next month. I'm expecting probably a year and a day. They might go more, though. I'm not going to lie. They might go 2-3 years. I can't see him getting over 3 years. There is a guy who did not cooperate who got 5 years. So it's kind of not feasible that the guy who cooperated to the fullest extent and testified and pointed people out gets more than 5 years. And again, he's going to get credit for 1 year served by the time he's sentenced. I don't see them even going 2.5, okay? Maybe 2 to max, okay? If they went 3, I'd be shocked. But I think they're probably going to give him a year and a day. And he's probably going to get out next month or at latest January, okay? Now, I'm just reporting the news, okay? There's a lot of mad motherfuckers out here that's just mad at themselves, mad at the streets, or mad at how this is playing out. I'm reporting the motherfucking news, okay? Don't get mad at me for what 6ix9ine doing. Don't get mad at me for what other people did. Basically, this is how the cards were dealt. This is how everybody played their hand. And unfortunately, this is what's going to happen going into the future. Okay? So, lastly, to wrap up, 6ix9ine most likely will get out in a month or so, if not a couple of months. Okay? Funny enough, Bobby Shmurda, who is scheduled to get out at the end of next year in 2020, all signs kind of point to 6ix9ine getting out before Bobby Shmurda. And Bobby Shmurda been locked up a longer time than him. Bobby been locked up since 2014, 4 more years longer than 6ix9ine. And yeah, hey, it is what it is. Okay, what do y'all think about this, man? What do y'all think about this overall? What do you think about the guys who took longer sentences? Shotty got 15. Some other guys are still waiting to be sentenced. The kidnappers, they're facing like at least 30 to life. And it's not looking good for anybody. There's nobody else who's really going to get like a 5-year sentence. The 5-year sentence dude is off the table already. Everybody else is looking at like 10 to like basketball numbers, Golden State Warriors numbers, okay? And I don't say that lightly because it's really people's lives hanging in the balance. But yeah, it is crazy, okay? But everything will commence really soon, and I'll be here to give you guys an update. Okay, by the way, I'm still going over some details of the cases that was missed and we didn't analyze. Again, the whole saga of 6ix9ine and when he was running the streets, there was a lot of misinformation that was put out there. I think we kind of get cleared up in court, and it would be a disservice to y'all if when he was free, whether it was through confusion or lack of the information being conveyed correctly, that information was seen as fact, and now we get opposite information and I don't correct it. For example, some of the stuff with Casanova and 6ix9ine, we have videotape, we have some other stuff. I'm going to break it down for y'all. But, big news, 6ix9ine might be out in a couple of months. If not, maybe like a month and or 5-6 weeks. What do y'all think about that? Get it, guys. Like and subscribe to Wood's Academics.